Well, hello YouTubers and or Here Gang members. Thanks for joining the channel again. This is going to be a little bit of a shorter video. I just had something really kind of important to share. You know, you hear about nefarious people on YouTube. You hear about weird things going on certain channels. And I just recently became aware of one, and I really wanted to get this out. So you need to be on the lookout for this guy on YouTube. He may look innocent and wholesome, like a nice dad. But if you watch his channel, some strange things could happen. So I've been playing Summoner's War for a couple of years. It's starting to kind of wind down. I was trying to figure out what my next game might be. Then I run into Uncle Nay and caught one of his videos, and all of a sudden I was re-addicted to Summoner's War. So be real careful about what you do if you follow the link in the description below to his channel, because you might get re-addicted to the Summoner's War. You might start watching a bunch of YouTube videos, and you may even be talked into making your own YouTube channel. So just watch yourselves. Now let's get into the episode. Hello and welcome to episode 3. I'm trying something a little different with this episode. Basically here to brag, because you see here, Siege Battle Info, Here Gang, we have 20,000 points. And we were playing against 2 Fighter 2 guilds. How many points did they end up with? Not very many. And we actually got a little bit of communication from the guilds afterwards. They were a little upset with us. Apparently they had gotten our memo about watching my video series to help improve their guild siege. But they'd only watched episode 1, where I recommended that you set up a lot of trash defenses just to fill your towers, so the other team has to use up monsters to take over towers. They didn't watch episode 2. I'm sorry, but you need to watch the whole series to get better at Siege. They didn't watch episode 2, where I recommended get rid of some of those trash defenses and replace them with some quality defenses, so you've got a chance to win some battles. Actually, the focus of this video is just 2 shorter things today. First, I just wanted to point out some of the resources I'm using to build this video series. These aren't all my ideas. Some are mine, but I have been watching a lot of videos from the Summoner's War community over the last 2 years. So obviously Uncle Nay is the most recent one that I've been following. He's an experienced player from the game who just absolutely loves the early game. And so he's really good for new early game players, or players who are returning and maybe didn't really get into the game very much their first time around. So his video series are great for that. And then I wanted to point out Schizophrenic Gamer. He's one of the more popular content creators for Summoner's War, and he knows a ton about the game. He's been playing it since basically the beginning. He absolutely loves Com2uS, so he's really always buddy with them and gets a lot of inside info. They talk to him all the time, and so he has a lot of insight into the game. I find him really entertaining, and it was actually his Light and Dark Only series that got me into the game again after I had not such a great start. And he inspired me to create an LD only account that I ran for almost a year and a half until very recently, and I'll talk about that in a later episode. Great resource. So if you're looking for something, and I believe he actually even has an older series on Guild Siege. And also he does videos of very recent what's in the meta. So he'll show you what's going on in G3 Siege. I have not been to G3 Siege, so this video series is not for that. This is more about beginning Siege, but you can see what some of the top players are doing in his video series. I wanted to point out another YouTuber who hasn't done much recently with Summoner's War. You'll notice most of his videos are a year old, 7 months old, something like that. But CK just makes it really easy to explain how to rune certain units. And so one of his playlists I really like, you have to search for it just a little bit, but he has a a playlist on how to rune monsters. Keep in mind that some of the videos in this playlist for how to rune things are 2 years old, or maybe a little bit less than that. And some of those units may have been changed in balance patches, so his advice may not be exactly right if a unit has had a lot of changes. But usually when I am ruining a unit for the first time, I will come check out his series and see if I can find that unit. And he does a really good job of explaining how to rune things. Because I have been getting some requests from guild members to look at their account, give them advice, and a lot of questions about what guild siege defenses should I build so that we're better in guild siege. So this is one of my favorite websites. It probably is my favorite website for Summoner's War. Summoner's War Guild Tools, swgt.io, and it lists all the defenses that are trending. So most of the defenses in here are either in the meta or they're still fairly good, even if they're kind of out of the meta. So here you have Kamoon, Vigor, Skogul, which isn't really a meta defense anymore, but it's still very popular, so it's going to be over here. And so one of the things I love about this is, let's say I'm having trouble with Carcano, Vigor, and Triana, and I don't know how to beat that defense. I put in their 3 names, you click on search, and here's the defense, Carcano, Vigor, Triana, and then here's 85 counter teams. So not everybody's going to have the same monsters, so you might have a really difficult time to produce a counter offense if you don't have the monsters that are listed here. But you can see there's 85 counters, so you just need to go down and see, well, how do I do this? What can I use? And look for your monsters. And then once you find them, there you go. You can build that offense. Now, this is a crowdsourced effort, so people are just putting in their ideas here. A lot of them are not putting in, okay, who's the order? Who goes first? Who goes second? How are they ruined? There's a real lack of detail sometimes. But other people will at least tell you what the order is, and some will even tell you what skills to use. Kali, skill 3 on himself, then S2 on Triana to kill her. After Triana is dead, Skogul wins it. So it's a pretty good description that gives you an idea what you need to do. So I would highly recommend this if you're just playing around with trying to figure out what defenses and offenses you can build, what's in the meta or popular. You can come to this website. So that's kind of all the content for episode 3. But I did also want to make this video so I could get to some summons, so we're going to do that now. So here we are on the IAmSpeed account on global. I've been playing for 17 days, cleared TOA normal, got stuck on floor 42 for hard. I'm building Spectra to get past that. The Dots team is coming along pretty good. I'm still working up my Lucian, but I'm under a minute on GB12, just over a minute on Steel Fortress. Haven't really built teams for Dragon Lair, Necropolis, or Punisher's Crypt yet. We're just focusing on one thing at a time. It's a really good thing to do. And so we're in the Here Gang Guild on global. And we wanted to just take a quick look at the monster box. You can see we've got the Dots team in here. Our farmer is cocky. He's amazing. Vrod, Savannah, Water Monkey, haven't built him yet. Lucian's coming along. And then we've got Spectra, and been working on him today. So he's now 6-starred. I'll get him built up real quick, and I can start working back up Trial of Ascension hard. But one of the main reasons I wanted to do this video is just so I could get a little bit of summons in. I accumulated some more scrolls, and we're really hurting for units right now. There aren't very many defenses I can build with the units I have. So we've got just a little bit of elementals, and we've got 40 mysticals, and we're just going to really pop this right here and get Leo. Okay, maybe not. That doesn't look much like Leo. So, okay. Stones are not our friend tonight either. So, but here we go. Let's see if we can get something useful in Guild Siege, since that's the main focus of this account. Wind Lizard Man isn't going to cut it. Crane is useful. He's a really good anti-Commune Vigor. I'm sorry, he's an anti-Carcano team. We'll be going over that team shortly. Not much there. I'd really like to pull a Galleon. Clara would be awesome. There really are quite a few units. A Skullgirl would be great. Oh, here's lightning. Let's see what we get. Why do we keep getting gargoyles? It just seems to happen a lot across all my accounts. The fire one's not horrible, but they're not useful overall. Delphoy, that's a good get. Don't have her yet. She's fabulous for a lot of different teams. So, Wind Undyne, that's a good get. I'm happy about that one. 20 more mystics, and then we'll get into the elementals. I also need quite a bit of fodder, and some of these are skill ups for some units that I'm building. Not building any of the Minotaurs. Not working on Arena yet. There's a werewolf skill up. That's nice. We are considering building the Water Amazon. But not the best pulls so far. Let's hope this last 10 pull does a little better. I was kind of hoping for one meta unit. Maybe this is it. No, it is not it. I do need to build Naomi, and I need martial cat skill ups for a lot of different martial cats. But overall, not another good 10 pull. I shouldn't have said I needed fodder. Let's see if we got lightning. So this is outstanding. We got Wind Horus. We now can. We already have Bulldozer and Copper underway. Now we can put Wind Horus into the mix, and we'll have a really solid Guild Siege offense, one of the best. So outstanding. That's a great pull. Doesn't really matter what else we get. That was a key unit we were hoping for. The rest is just fodder to build other stuff. So that's all I had for summons, but we got a good get. So that's it for this episode. Thanks for watching, and we'll get back into some more Guild Siege information soon. And at some point, we'll actually show some live Guild Siege. So